In this slide, we are going to learn about the function control structure. Function is something like a service industry or asking for help to your friends or some company. Let's take a small real world example. Let's say there are two friends, Alice and Bob. Now Alice got two numbers, 5 and 4, and Alice needs to add those two numbers. But unfortunately, Alice doesn't know addition. So what Alice did is, Alice just called Bob and asked Bob that, okay, Bob, please add 5 and 4. So Alice just passed the number 5 and 4 to Bob and asked Bob to add those two numbers. Now, once Alice passed those two numbers, what happened to Bob's side is like this. Bob got two numbers, that is 5 and 4, from Alice. Since Bob knows how to add, Bob calculate the result of 5 plus 4, that is 9, and then return the result back to Alice again. And Alice got the answer. So what Alice did is, Alice basically offloaded some part of Alice's job to Bob without doing it by herself. The exactly same thing can be done in a program. Now let us try to understand what is happening in this part of code. Well, it is not the exact code, but it is, in most of the program, it follows the similar type of things in most of the programming language. So from one part of the program, you can call the function named Bob please add, and then pass the actual values that you want to add. And then in the other part of the program, you can define a specific service for the addition, where this service or the function takes two different numbers, that is n1 and n2, calculate the result, that is n1 plus n2, just like Bob did, and then return the result. And whenever you will return the result will be returned to this part of the program once again. So this is one part, the first part of the program. You can say the part 1, and this part 1 of the program called another part, let's say call it part 2 of the program, which is specialized to do addition of two numbers. And from the part 1, you have passed like two different numbers to part 2 of the program. This part 2, which is basically a function, adds those two numbers and return the result back to part 1 again. So that's what function is. We will learn about the syntax and other minute detail of the function when we will learn about specific programming language. But for now, you can just visualize it or just think of it as getting help from your friend or from a service industry. You have the input, you go to the friend, give the input to your friend will do the job for you and give you back the result. That's exactly what function does. And in terms of the path of the program, what happens is the program basically from one part it can directly jump to the other part. Like from program part 1 it can directly jump to another part of the program, and after executing all the lines in that part it is again returning back to the part 1.